Hi, I'm Singa, an artist teacher working at a secondary school in the UK. Based on my experience, I made the Young Artist Art and Education project, No Frame.
I'd like people to see who I am through my work. People could think completely different things about what my work is supposed to be. So I'd like people to just experience my work.
Today, the No Frame project is introducing work by a young artist, Pippa. Her work reveals inner, hidden identities that sometimes can be suppressed. It is a journey of paying attention to her inner voice, searching for ways to express it, and accepting and welcoming herself.
I guess at that age, everyone goes through different emotions and feelings, and some people don't know how to explain that or express that. So I guess my way was using my concept of the deeper sinister side within a baby that no one knows of, as well as getting what I was feeling at the time when I made the sculpture out into the world. So it was my way of expressing what I was feeling at the time. Well, for me, it comes back to looking at photos of myself as a child, as a baby. I was born with jet black hair, and my eyes growing up, no one could really figure out what color my eyes were. So everyone would put they're black. And when I was born, my eyes were like really dark colored, really black. So you couldn't tell the difference between the pupils and the iris. So it kind of looked demonic. That gave me the idea for the concept at the beginning. So I was trying to express this through as you can see through the sculpture.
I really like the fact that you call this as a sculpture. It really gives me the perspective of it.
Moving away from the sculpture into a different form of mixed media, it gave me more of a widespread variety of techniques and skills I could try out. The way he expressed his sewing kind of helped me connect the dots and link my sculpture with the gory side into photography, express the emotions through different examples. Photo on the right, the woman is screaming or looks like she's screaming in pain, and she's got green running down her face as if she's crying, and she's screaming in pain, so the emotion is also coming out through her mouth. So like my child that I made, I was able to use his concept and kind of transfer it onto my own idea and develop and link both. I never really fit in with, I guess, all the other kids. I never really felt like I fitted in. I was always like an outsider, suffered severely with dyslexia. So I had quite bad learning experience when it came to other subjects. But with art, it was more of everyone's equal. No one's better than anyone else. So the art department was my safety net. I guess all to do with the teachers. No one really judged you. Everyone was just very welcoming. Everyone was just really everyone was proud of you, more proud of you than the rest of the school. You wouldn't judge anyone from their work. So, and if you did criticize, it would always be helpful criticism. It wouldn't make you feel, oh, you're rubbish at this, oh, there's no point you doing it. There would always be some way to make it better, and you would always you'd help. It was a nice place to go. There was always that sense of achievement. So with my first model, she was going through a lot of different emotions and feelings, so I was trying to express that. But then at the same time, I was using her to express my own feelings and transfer my own emotions onto her image, so I could experiment and develop my own inner self on photographs of herself. Because for me, I was very self-conscious of having my photo taken. So I used models instead to project my own feelings. so that I could develop through someone else. Because as a teenager, everyone's self-conscious about something of themselves. For me, it was my looks. So I used models to express that. So the cloud above her head is how she was all foggy and like completely anxious, and like everything going on at once was just confusing her head, and just she didn't know what she should do, trying to figure out what someone's color is to match their emotions. So I found this one artist, and she actually stitched in different colors onto her own hands, which kind of made me think of the whole hand concept of how different hand positions and postures can represent different emotions. By researching and looking up other artists, it gives you more of a variety of a way to express your own ideas and your own concepts, where instead of being just stuck with that one particular idea. Like, it's all well and good having a great idea, but then once you've created that one good idea, where are you going to go from that? Like, if you can't develop it any further, you're stuck at a wall, and you don't know how to push yourself forward, and then you just get stuck and you just don't move or develop your work. But through looking at different artists, it gives you ideas, and you're able to just express yourself and find and come up with more imaginative and creative ways. As you can see in these photos, I was trying out different hand positions, and then I was taking images from my previous sewing experiments and projecting them on to like get different colors in, to see the different light angles and like where things could be positioned.
Now this stage is more original.
Yeah, I guess it was like I haven't found any artist that had done this type of work before. So I kind of felt like it was my own thing. I wasn't copying an artist. I may be using different aspects, but then developing it into my own style, my own skill, and expressing it through my own, developing it into these hand positions and hand postures with all these emotions and colors and everything I was feeling, and I projected onto others. So when I took the one from my model with the cloud, that was also emotions I was feeling at the time of confusion, because I didn't know exactly where I wanted to go with all this work. So, like, the raindrops were times during the process I just wanted to give up because I was so frustrated with the work. The red veins, the anger and the frustration. It was friendships being developed, friendships being broken, a lot of trust issues with those friendships. Like, obviously, you go through those phases of, hating people and like wanting nothing to do with them, and being let down by the same people who you've trusted for like the best part of 5-6 years, and then having that push back in your face. Well, it can cause a lot of emotional anger. There are just other feelings like, first, you get your first kiss or something. So you've got that. A lot of family issues as well. So, but yeah, there's just a lot of emotions, a lot of feelings I had at the time.
Was it helpful doing the art project that is genuine to you? I mean, if you are doing the art projects just copying work, you wouldn't project that much of a feeling, and you didn't have that, oh yeah, it is part of me. I expressed myself. You wouldn't have that feeling either.
It wouldn't be my work if I was just if I had just been copying and sticking with Anzuri's like style, it wouldn't have been my work. I wouldn't have been able to really express how like and develop and like show what I wanted to show,
Mm.
because it was more personal, it was more meaningful, and you could be more proud and have a lot more pride in it.
In your work.
Yeah. You understood exactly what I was like feeling, trying to express.
Mm.
Whereas at the time it was more everyone was really confused about my work. You pushed the boundaries more than we were expecting.
Mm.
I mean, me personally, I was not expecting the boundary to be that high and that challenging. But with that encouragement from you, I I managed to get the grade I wanted. Sometimes you just need that push, you need that drive, you need that kind of demanding encouragement. Without it, just you'd fall apart and you wouldn't succeed. If someone at that school can relate, or any school that can relate to how we were feeling at the time, can can relate to that, then it might help them. Not to second judge yourself all the time. Like
Mm.
if you think something is gonna be a good idea, just give a go, have a go at it, and if it doesn't work out, try and figure it out a different way. So
That sounds like a confidence.
yeah, like you just need to have a lot more confidence in yourself. I want them to feel accepted. That if they're like me, like I was at 16, 17, I want them to feel like no one is going to judge them on their work or themselves. Like they don't have to be afraid. They don't have to hide who they are or what they are. They don't have to hide away from the rest of the world. They can just be free.